looked. I never did.
I always had like gorgeously looking girlfriends, man. Never had a problem on that front.
And that's
That's
because, and it's because you're a fucking cool guy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, I mean, it's definitely not because of your facial aesthetics.
I guess it's not. I guess
I'm
it's not,
messing with you.
man.
No, man. No, you're a stud, man. You're a stud.
No, no, but in any case, I hear what you're saying, especially these days when um, they try to look like an Instagram filter, so to speak, and that creates a very unachievable bar they need to.
It's tough, man. It's tough being a young guy these days where you're judged not on who you are on the playground or in the lunchroom or, out at the movies on the weekend in the city. You're judged based on what you look like in your profile picture or on a selfie video on TikTok. It's tough, so these guys are looking for anything they can do to inexpensively look smack.
Can I say something about
Yeah,
that, man? As
yeah.
as an elderly, reaching
Please.
my 40s, if you want to attract the opposite sex visually, it's no doubt about it. It's important. But as a man, I'm not saying that your appearance doesn't count. It does count for sure. It does count. But if you go out and pursue your dream, and you're actively building your life and self-esteem, that, from my experience, is a ton more valuable in terms of who you're attracting than just looking good. If you're insecure but you look good, your looks is it's almost worthless in my opinion. Girls could read your mental state. They could see how confident you are. They could see if you'll be a good provider. They could sense if you're tough, if you're strong, because like biologically, they need someone to protect their offsprings. And if you're all pretty, but you're full of shit, you're weak, and you don't make enough, not make enough money, you're not taking care of yourself, that's the real secret, man. All right, you have a wider job, great. So she might think that you have more testosterone and you're maybe you're more confident. But in real life, if you can't cover that look with real confidence, you're nothing. You know what I mean? So if I were to give advice, I would say work on your inner self. Be confident. Grow yourself. Go pursue your dream. And to me, if they're putting that Instagram like illusion and say, I will only be able to achieve girls if I look like this, or I'll be confident once I look like that. It's a never-ending game. It's a never-ending game. You need to work on yourself from within out. Does it make sense? It's hard for me because my vocabulary is not that big. So does it make sense?
It makes perfect sense, and I agree 100,000% with you. And I frequently put that message out on my channel. You're 100% correct. One of my favorite stories I like to tell is I had a friend in high school. He was a star football player. Okay, he had the biggest, squarest jaw you'll ever see, and he was a stud on the football field, probably one of the best in the state. But then when he would talk to a girl, like as soon as the girl would come in, he'd be like, "Oh, hey." Like he would change. He would change. And
there you have it.
And
there you have it.
His voice was insecure, and it's like completely not in sync with his body. And so I think if you had to have one, like, or the other, it's hard to say, do you want the looks or do you want the spirit? But you definitely need both in the end. And if you had only one of them, you'd probably be okay. So if you don't have the looks, you can develop the spirit and you can still attract women.